Hello, welcome back to the Wrestling Newsroom. I'm your host, All Things Wrestling, and today we're going to look at another WWE and TNA news of the last 2 days. We start with Kevin Eek interviewing former TNA Knockout champion Gail Kim. He asked how is her back injury feeling. My back is injured, but basically from wear and tear over the years. Luckily, Impact has been so good to me in terms of letting me take time off to make sure I'm healthy and never making me feel bad about it. I've been ready to come back for a little while, but Impact Wrestling has had some time off because we filmed a bunch of shows once a month or once every other month. That's the only reason I haven't been back in the ring, but I'm going to be back shortly. He asked, you're not under contract with Impact at the moment, correct? Technically no, but I have a contract in hand. I won't ever go anywhere else. That's my family. Well, that's very good to know that she's Impact bound, to be fair. Loyalty, we like it. Have you given any thought to how much longer you'll be wrestling? Those questions have popped in my head. It's kind of incorporated into the storyline, and I guess we've teased retirement. People really thought I'd retire because we never really continued it or explained it. I just got really injured and never came back, so people assumed I was retired. I said, no, you'll know when I'm retired. I won't go away that quietly. Good to know. She praised Triple H for his positive influence on women's wrestling. It wasn't politically correct to say it out loud, nor would they say it straight up, but I'm not going to say which agent said it, but they would tell us that Vince doesn't like that. I remember a specific match that I had on Superstars with Jillian Hall. We got 7 minutes, which was rare back then. We usually got 3. There's no way to tell a story in the ring in that time, so when we had a match on Superstars, it was like a pay-per-view match. That was her laughing. I just did it as an example. Jillian and I had awesome chemistry, so we want to wrestle. We wanted to do a superplex off the top rope, and the agents, again, I'm not going to name names, said, go ahead, I'll take the heat for it, because he knew Vince wouldn't really be happy with that. Now I heard WWE announced a Money in the Bank match for the girls. I honestly feel that Triple H has done so much for the girls because he started the whole thing in NXT with the 4 horsewomen. When I left WWE, he was one of the people who was so positive. He told me, you're talented. Don't let anyone else tell you any different. I was very flattered and glad that he respected women's wrestling. Well, that's a very nice insight into the backness of WWE. Triple H is apparently a very outstanding guy, so it was good to hear that from other people. Oh, and in an interview with the UK Mirror, okay, Drew McIntyre talked about making his return to WWE. They went, you made a shock appearance in the crowd at NXT TakeOver Orlando on April the 1st. How did that come about? It's been a crazy couple of months. I was basically the busiest independent wrestler in the world, travelling the world back and forth. I was under contract at the time with Impact Wrestling, and I elected not to sign my new contract. I had to make the best decision for the future and my family's future. I was very, very lucky. After so many people believed in me and working my ass off, I was able to take a pick of where I wanted to go. But my mind was made up. If I got an opportunity, William Regal is one of my mentors, and I had been talking with him the whole time I had been away from WWE. He had been giving me advice, watching my matches, so that's pretty much where it came up. I had a good conversation with Triple H on the phone, and as I said, my mind was made up where I wanted to go. NXT is the top roster in the world as far as I'm concerned, the worth ethic and fans. Once I had the conversation, my mind was beyond made up. The day when I showed up to at the show was one of the wildest days of my life. I had a very busy day. I started at 8 a.m. I had a signing, then a show in the afternoon, then a radio appearance, and I had additional signing and then showing up at the Evolve show at 8 p.m. It started, I was out of the first segment, I believed. I left the building at 8:20, drove straight to the Amway Centre in Orlando. My wife was waiting with a suit at the back door. We ran to the back, I put the suit on. This was at about 9 p.m, Orlando traffic, so it took a while to get there. I was sitting in my seat in front of 15,000 fans, and at one point did I think to myself, I wonder how they're going to react, until I sat down at that seat. Okay, can I just stop mentioning what he said for a minute? Bloody hell with the show, mate! You had 2 signings, a show and a radio appearance. Jesus, man, you were the hardest independent wrestler ever. Good job, mate. Nice guy. Really is. I got my head down and thought, oh my god, I hope they remember me, and I've been following what I've been following what I've been doing. When I showed up on camera and I saw and heard that reaction, it was one of the best feelings in my life. I knew I had made the right decision. Oh, good, mate. I'm glad. You are fantastic. You've done what you need to do. Now you're back. Oh, just a heads up if you don't already know, but this has come on from Dave Meltzer about Brock Lesnar's currently scheduled opponents. Seth Rollins and Finn Balor are scheduled to be having matches between SummerSlam and WrestleMania with him. And obviously Roman Reigns is set to WrestleMania, but that could all change due to time. We do not know, but the current plan is that. And Dave Meltzer notes that Lana has been given the spot on SmackDown Live that was originally intended for Eva Marie. That's my thought to Eva Marie. While Lana's character is supposed to be a heel, I believe that she is almost locked to becoming a babyface. Oh god, I like her as a babyface. I think that'll be much better. And if you were just curious, here's a rumoured card for Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view Sunday, July 9th. Brock Lesnar to Samoa Joe, which is confirmed. Cesaro versus the Hardys. Maybe. Miz versus Dean Ambrose, Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax, and Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt. Ooh, I'm intrigued about that one. That's not a bad card. Oh, and it appears that Sasha Banks' recent appearance on 205 Live is a way to boost interest in the show. Obviously, we know the show has not been doing great numbers. Dave Meltzer reports that there's an idea to have more women from the main roster appear on the show in the future. I don't know about my opinion about that. No. There you go. My answer is no. It's crap. Please stop. This is very interesting TNA news. You know the TNA tapings took place in India in a TV studio that apparently held about 500 people. The fans in the crowd were paid 250 to 400 rupees, which is $3.80 to £7.60 in US money, to attend the show. Fans were instructed to cheer the villains that entered to the left side of the stage and cheer the heroes that entered from the right side of the stage. Wow, Impact, you don't look desperate, do you? Paying fans to appear. Oh my god, guys. That is just sad. Impact's dying. And this is a very good interview. Rock 100.5 ATL's Bailey and Southside. I don't know. Chris did an interview with Chris Jericho and commented how Vince McMahon reacted to the stupid idiot catchphrase. They're chanting it now, stupid idiot. I remember when it started, I started saying that Vince was like, nobody could say this. Nobody can get away with this, but you can. You're the only guy in the world who could do this, because when we started using stupid idiot, it got heat. I would call fans, you're a stupid idiot. And they'd be like, boo, boo, boo. And then like everything else, suddenly people loved it. I don't know why, but it's so good. And he also talked about how the list came to be. Working with the guys who's a writer in the WWE named Jimmy Jacobs. He used to be a pro wrestler. He came up to me one day and said, what if we do something where you put somebody on a list? I'm like, I know a guy once who put a list of people he didn't like. I'm like, oh, that sounds funny. So I said it's kind of got a reaction. Jericho said the whole concept of the list went through the roof. The list is more popular than 85% of the guys at the show. The list is more popular than I am, and you just never know what's going to make an impression with fans. It's so true. I love the list. Oh, Jericho. Oh, a big controversial story. Quite a sad story if you're a fan of Austin Aries. He had an interview with Busted Open Radio and talked about some of his nagging injuries. I just got a lot of stuff going on, but just to be fair, you could probably say that for a lot of locker room. I guess a part of what we do, I don't think anyone is ever 100%. So I've got a couple of things going on, and obviously at this point it might be a good time to take a little break, which could really consist of 2 days to just some of those things, try and get my mind and body right, and then come back and figure out what's going to be next and what the direction is going to be. There was a lot of misconstrued with this statement. So day later, which is Friday. He did that interview on Thursday. He did an interview to clear up the confusion about the reports that he would be taking time off. If you look at the full quote of what I said, everyone is dealing with various stuff. He said, I don't think there's anyone in the locker room who's 100%. We're all nicked and banged up in various degrees. Like anything else, you pick and choose the times you need to address when you need to be addressed, and sometimes are better than others. I figure no matter what interview I do, the really good journalists are going to find a completely irrelevant quote that drums up some controversy and stick it on their page to get some clicks and completely miss the real context of what the interview is about. That's what we do nowadays and call it journalism. Yes we do, mate. So yeah, if you could take his quotes, he just needs to deal with some nagging injuries. He probably won't be off for long. I do hope so, because I do love Austin Aries. Best of luck to healing your injury, mate. Oh, this is a good story. The following was posted on Jim Cornette's Talking Sense YouTube channel. Look out the video if you want to find it. I'm not linking any videos or anything like that because Jim Cornette is a very scary man. So no links, anything. Here it is finally. Jim Cornette issued the challenge to meet up with Vince Russo at a time and place of his choosing, away from police and audience and public announcement, for a final showdown between the two bitter enemies. That's how you cut a promo. That's my end bit. Yeah, he called out Vince Russo. He basically wanted a fight, I think. Vince Russo actually did respond by creating a video, and about 12-minute video. Search this up if you want. The title of the video is Vince Russo's Public Apology to Jim Cornette. Both them videos are on YouTube, free to watch. I think that's quite interesting. He did kind of announce and give an apology. Didn't speak negatively of Jim Cornette. I haven't watched the entire video, but hopefully they can both bury the hatchet. So let's move forward from that. Jim Ross posted a new blog on jrsbarbecue.com. Here are a few highlights. Jinder Mahal as WWE Champion. I'm a fan of the decision to make Jinder Mahal a WWE Champion, but I feel his random utilization of the Singh's sidekicks might be overdone. Nonetheless, the former Bollywood boys take an haluva ass whipping. I love Jim Ross. Lana getting a title shot. Lana's earning a women's title match. I assume he said it that way. The pressure is on for her to deliver in front of a somewhat unforgiving and disconcerting fan base, and the women's Money in the Bank match. Arguably today it's more exciting to see a women's TLC bout than ever amends in the few weeks, essentially because of the unique nature of this match being the first ever women's Money in the Bank match ever. I assume he said it like that as well. Oh god, what am I doing? No, sorry, I've literally gone back to the top. Where is my interview? There you go. I see these athletic women persevering these bookings as very personal, and I can only hope that they are disconcerting about what they want to do in this match, and remember that their safety should never be compromised, which is largely up to the talents in the match. Well, that's a fair point, mate. You make a memorable moment, but do not sacrifice your own personal health for it. Shitty Detail Divas news. I might as well cover it because it features some actual decent women wrestlers. Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax are set to join the cast of Total Divas. Is unaware. We do not know if Paige is going to be a part of the new season of Total Divas. It's a load of shit. Moving straight on. In an interview with the Metro UK, Kurt Angle gave his thoughts on Finn Balor. What he's been able to do over the past 10 years is incredible. Not just wrestling in the junior division in Japan to the heavyweight division, but bringing this character to life. Finn Balor, the Demon. He has transcended himself into being one of the most popular wrestlers in the world. I remember him as a cruiserweight in Japan. I cannot believe how blown away I am by him. I know that he was main eventing a lot of shows in Japan before he came to the United States and went through the dojo camp over there, wrestling Japanese style, which is very stiff, and was able to survive it. He is on top of the world, one of the top 3 guys right now. He's just started. Being able to do a program with him would be awesome. I'm sure he dreamt of wrestling me back then. I'm dreaming of wrestling him now. Please, 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 please make that match happen. Please, 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 please. I don't want much in life. I just want Sting to return, Shawn Michaels to return, and to go back to the 1990s. Okay, I do want a lot. Let's move on. On his latest podcast, Eric Bischoff addressed the internet reports of Hulk Hogan close to return to WWE. We talked about 5 days ago and it didn't come up. I find it hard to believe. I have been careful here out of respect for my friend Terry. I don't think Hulk really cares. He's moved on with his life. There's been a lot of water under the bridge. This is just me, from my perspective, knowing Hulk as well as I do, but I don't think he has a need to be in the limelight and get the attention. Okay, that's bullshit, he definitely does. He's pretty happy with who he is and what he has, and who he has become and what his life has become. Being a dog and pony show, being tramped around and put on display for the benefits of WWE, I would be surprised if that was very interesting to him at this point. I can understand if he does it, if he has does it, if he has does it. No, sorry, if he does it, he is still, I think that's what I was going to say. He is still connected to audience, but at this stage of his life, I can't imagine it. Yeah, he's coming back. Last couple of stories. Edge said that Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe should be the main event of WrestleMania. He said it's fresh. You have a 300-pound Samoan, the Beast, and then the Beast incarnate. So I don't know. I think to me it would have been a fun match to get at WrestleMania. People would have been excited to see that too. I agree. That would be no much better than Roman Reigns. What are you going to do? And a very sad story. No one's died. Not yet. The Georgia Dome, the stadium that hosted WrestleMania 27, is scheduled to be imploded and murdered on November the 20th. A new building, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, will be built as the Georgia Dome's replacement for future sports and entertainment events. In addition to WrestleMania, the Georgia Dome has hosted several episodes of WWE Raw and WCW Nitro, most notably the July 6th, 1998 Nitro that saw Goldberg defeat Hulk Hogan to capture the WCW title. There's a little bit of interesting fact for you. May it rest in peace. And I've saved the best story till last. Matt and Rebby Harvey have announced the birth of their second child, Wolfgang Alexander Hardy, on social media. I think it's just Wolfgang X Hardy. Matt tweeted, Wolfgang X Hardy was born June 8th at 11:37 p.m. King Maxwell was excited to meet his healthy younger brother, that's all. And Rebby tweeted, welcome to the family, Wolfgang Alexander Hardy. Born at home and already fitting right in with King Maxwell and Matt Hardy. I thought that was a very lovely story to end on. I am so happy to hear that your child is happy and healthy, Matt and Rebby. It's always a nice thing to end on, is a lovely story about that. Be expecting to see Matt and Jeff a little bit less over the next few weeks because of this. I think they may make a couple of shows, but I think they're kind of going to be off. Well, I don't think they'll be this Monday night Raw. I'd be very surprised if they do make that. And if we do our calculations correct, it's probably going to be next Great Balls of Fire that Wolfgang will be making his debut and probably pinning a Rockstar Spud. Because as we know, King Maxwell already has a pinfall victory over Rockstar Spud in TNA Impact. So Wolfgang will not be far behind, I don't think. That was a nice little joke to end on. But yeah, congratulations to the new happy parents. It's good to hear. It's been a pretty good story news. I've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give this video a like. Please support me on Patreon. Link in the description below. Subscribe to see more content. And I'll catch you later.